And welcome to part 3 of week 9 of this month's episode of Destiny Horizon. So, the camera wipes from that scene of the rebel fleet appearing, and the Nemodians very happy that Edos Star has captured their prey, I want to say. But the camera wipes, and when the camera comes back to, the Imperial fleet is arriving outside of the beacon, where more Imperial ships have arrived. And the camera crosses over to the Super Star Destroyer, whose bridge is just obliterated. And it's been running at partial power off an auxiliary bridge. And immediately, worker drones are flying out from various ships and starting to work on the Super Star Destroyer. The camera pans down to one of the windows and zooms in, and it looks like it's going to crash through, but it does so harmlessly. And it's in a medical facility. And one of the officers on board goes, "All right, it's time. Everyone get ready." And they start hitting buttons on their consoles. And you just hear this of some electronics and tubes coming done. And as the Bacta tank lowers, the Bacta rolls onto the floor and drenches the floor and starts going into these vents that are hooked up around the Bacta tank. And a blue bare foot steps down, and you see it from the ankle forward.
Oh.
Thrawn stands there shaking, his eyes enraged. He is absolutely furious. The officers stand at salute. Stormtroopers stand at the ready. And he just glares at them. One of the medical officers runs forward with a robe and says, "Sir, here, cover yourself. Thank you." And he takes it and slides his arms through. "Well, our orders were to make sure the rebel fleet could never get back in to get the sarcophagus. We don't have the sarcophagus. We're going to have to go for this next best thing, I suppose," as he smiles at all the men present. "From here on out, we're taking the entire fleet, and the orders are to destroy every rebel ship we encounter." And he's so mad that spittle's coming off. "I want to find the men responsible for this, and I want to make them pay." One of the officers says, "Sir, we were able to stun one of the rebel commando officers that had gotten on the ship. And, he hasn't said much, but we figured maybe you could get somewhere with him. Bring him to me." And it's not long until this partially beaten rebel soldier is dragged in with his feet dragging behind and thrown onto the ground. "And what did he have in his belongings?" "Just this, sir." And they hold up a flask and then hand it over to Thrawn. And Thrawn grabs it. "I remember this. I don't know why, but I remember this. Thank you." And he slips it into the robe inside his, or into a pocket inside his robe. He looks at the rebel officer. "So, you don't want to tell us anything, do you?" Rebel officer spits onto Thrawn's robe. "I'm not going to tell you guys shit." And the moment he says shit and accentuates the T, Thrawn, enraged, takes his fingers like this and shoves them in the guy's mouth. The guy starts suffocating. And Thrawn's like, "I don't need you to tell me anything." He grips down on the guy's jaw, grips his upper mouth, and just goes, and you hear his jaw snap. And the guy's just screaming bloody murder. "Ah! Ah!" But Thrawn doesn't stop. He keeps going. The skin along his mouth starts to tear. And the guy's just going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" And once his mouth is open, Thrawn grabs his tongue, reaches down deep, and goes, and you just hear, Thrawn rips the man's tongue out, still having it writhe in his hand as the nerves have been damaged, throws it to the floor, looks at the man who's gurgling in his own blood, grabs his head and lays him flat, and says, "You will drown in your failures. You all will drown in your failures." And he holds the man down. 5 minutes passes by as this man is drowning on his blood, and all the officers look in horror as they're made to watch this. And finally, when the man's legs stop to spasming, Thrawn gets up, grabs one of the officers' jackets and pulls him towards him and starts wiping the blood off. And the officer's just like... He says, "Do we still have those dark troopers?" "Yes, sir." "I want all the dark troopers unleashed now. I want them to spread out to the nearby systems." "What about Beacon?" "Sir, all of the citizens are adhering to our laws, as you requested. I want them all dead. This is going to be an Imperial space station, and every ship that comes to the Beacon for trade, we will destroy. This frontier has declared war on the Empire, and they will burn!" And the camera pans out, and as it's panning out, almost instantly as he says this, you see fires and explosions streaking all across the beacon, and the camera pan wipes. Edos, you are aboard the freighter, and the pilot says, "Yes, sir, Zoran said that we can take you first. He would rather finish this peacefully. He does recommend one of his strike teams. So if you don't mind landing on the Destiny Horizon, we would appreciate it." As you look around, none of the technicians are dead. All of the battle droids have been taken out. And you can't remember the last time you fired so fast. But they are all very thankful for your intervention.
I'll sit there and look at him and go, "I got 7,500 credits waiting in the other room. I can take all day."
Well, we'll go ahead and land, and the commando squad will come on and we will leave. And you guys can head over to the Trade Federation and deliver this swine, they say. And the other guy, Laren, kind of hears that and he goes, "I'm not a swine. I'm a man and I've got lots of resources. You guys are making a big mistake."
"Laren, you keep talking and you're going to taste my boot in a second."
"You know what? You can shove it. When I contact the right authorities, I will dig up whatever dirt is necessary." And you can't help but laugh because every time he's talking and he's breathing, you hear this coming out of one of his nostrils. And the more excited he gets, the louder the whistle.
"You know what, Laren? That reminds me of old band that I listened to. You'd make a good little whistle on that."
The technicians are like... and they kind of like turn and go about their business. But the Stars Inn takes a hard right and starts heading for the hangar. Grakaza, did you come out of the office to see what they were shouting about?
Yeah, I would have.
That's when you see the Rebel fleet and the fueling ship and all of the other vessels appearing in hyperspace. And they're immediately sending teams over to aid the Destiny Horizon. And that's when you see the Stars End is coming in for an approach. The doors open and Zoran steps in. Says, "Grakaza."
"Sir?"
"I didn't expect to see you on your feet. Please." And he extends his hand for a handshake.
I take it, and I say...
And when you take it, he brings you in for a hug. He's like...
I'm kind of caught off guard, and so I kind of pat his shoulder.
Yeah, and as he's in the hug, he goes, "I'm glad to see you, but if you ever tackle me again, I'm going to have a brand new Wookiee rug in my room." And he smiles and pats your shoulder. "But it's good to see you, buddy."
In all seriousness, sir, I wouldn't expect any less. And
on that
note,
chuckle. I took it well. Being tackled by a Wookiee, right? I handled it like a man. I just didn't want to look like a wuss in front of Valeria.
You handled it. Don't worry.
He's got this chip on his shoulder. He says, well, this is fantastic. When Jebediah showed me the prints, I didn't think. But it's suitable to have you on the hangar, considering you spend so much time here. You know, repairing all the damage that the wise men caused. He kind of trails off. I'm sorry. I didn't think.
I look over at Jeb, and I smiled. And I'm like, well, we do cause a lot of trouble.
Yeah, especially when I'm out of cigars. He gives Zoran a knowing look.
He is a fiend for those cigars. And I just kind of put my hands behind my back. Or behind my head.
Because of all of this work and the morale boost that it has done, I think the two of you deserve this. And he pulls out a wooden box of officer cigars and hands it to you.
I take the box and I turn towards Jeb and I say, the honor's all yours. And I open it for him.
Yeah, you open it for him. And he grabs the cigars and smells it. Wait. These are from Alderaan. And it kind of hits the home of a lot of the people present, as Jeb was from Alderaan. Zoran goes, I know. But given Commander Reed's passing, I think it's appropriate. I also thought it was a good bribe, he said with a question mark.
I think it worked.
Excellent. I need you and the... He kind of pauses. I need you and the Reed's Ravens to suit up. Valerie, I want you to go with me. I need you to find out as much as you can about these Trade Federation assholes. Or Trade Federation. Trade Federations. This is what happens when Thrawn rips your tongue out, everybody. And Toon Po, if you don't mind being constricted, they really could use a pilot. I don't know if you've seen Grakaza's flying, and his eyes veer over to the bay wing that's still sparking in some areas, as the engineer who's working on it goes, we should just scrap the fucker, and walks away from it angrily. He goes, yeah, they're going to need a skilled pilot.
That planet fucked up those systems. I would have had a fine landing if it wasn't for all the systems being fried.
Yes, buddy. Zoran punches your arm. Say whatever you need to. I need the three of you to go, maybe even Jebediah. And all of a sudden you hear, excuse me, it's not just the four of them with the with Reed's Revenge. And he looks over Reed's Revenge, and Mick and Typhoon step up. Sir, we'd like to be conscripted. Zoran's like, I don't think so. No. He goes, now hang on. I hear that there was a group called the Three Wise Men, and two of them are out of commission. It sounds to me like Jebediah may be recruiting. Jebediah has a shit-eating grin on his face. Zoran goes, well, Grakaza, you're the lieutenant. Do you accept these recruits?
I accept them.
All right. I don't know if you've heard what happens to Grakaza's rookies normally, but be optimistic. And he turns on his heel and starts walking out the hangar.
That one I do take offense to.
I think it was meant to be a slight cut. So, the Star's End comes in and lands, and Mick's like, well, showtime. Hey, this time I don't have to steal it.
Hold on, before any of you do anything. Valeria, let's go. She takes her arm, and they kind of go like this, and they just kind of saunter up the thing, open the door, look in, then head for the bridge.
You see the technicians filing out, and as you head to the bridge,
hi guys.
You see Edos Star standing there. You don't really know who he is.
Oh. Okay. But do we see the other one?
Yeah, Laren is beaten the shit out of.
Oh, that's too bad. Here. So Valerie goes over and she introduces herself real quick to Edos. How do you do? I'm Dr. Valerie F. Chui.
Yeah, let's roll.
One moment, please.
Edos, what do you say?
Valeria? Hold on. Valeria? By all means. Because he hit me. He knocked me out.
Yes. Valeria smiles and says, Mr. Starr, and then looks at Laren with hate in her eyes. And you see she's got a pair of brass knuckles.
Now, ladies,
Hold on.
I do apologize, but this is
It's
my
okay.
paycheck. So, whatever grievances you have, I have no issue of you beating the shit out of him, but he's got to be breathing for me, so...
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm a doctor.
okay.
I can fix him. Valeria.
Laren, she takes her brass knuckles off and slips them into her pocket and says, it looks like you may have lucked out. And he's like, and then she takes his arm and snaps it over her leg. And he's like, oh! And it's doing the floppy. He's like, you bitch! When I get where I'm going, I'm gonna get all of you!
Oh, now hold on.
She turns and goes, I'm sorry. Is it true, Valerie? Now, you're a doctor, right?
Yes.
Humans have 2 arms, right?
Sometimes they have 3, but that's another story.
And since he's restrained, he can't really get away, so she reaches over to his ribs and goes, shh, I won't break this one, and just rips it out of socket. Ah! And she goes, that was more satisfying than beating him with brass knuckles, don't you think, Valerie?
I think that was good. And so Valerie will reach over and she goes, oh, don't worry. And she'll squeeze his nose like, oh, knowing that it's...
And he just goes, ah! Star, you're an officer of the law. Wait. Star, you're an officer of the law. Stop this.
Mr.
You gotta
Starr,
stop that caterwaul.
Yeah, I can't do the whistle because I'm laughing.
So Valerie will turn to Mr. Starr and she'll say, Mr. Starr, it's nice to meet you, by the way. Now, I hope you don't mind that we're sending him along with you a little more worse than what you brought him here, but I think he deserved it. He stole this ship, and it didn't belong to him. It belongs to her.
That's true. I was only beating him
And
up.
thank you for bringing it back.
I was only beating him up because he hit you. Valerie, you're such a good friend. She pulls out her blaster pistol and shoots his foot, and he just goes, fuck! And falls over.
All right, now, ladies.
I think that's probably
down.
it.
She goes, now I feel bad. Oh, wait!
Wait,
Mr. Starr,
I-
if you would permit us for one more. Mr. Poe, or Toon Poe. And she looks at Toon Poe.
He comes on up.
Do you have anything to say to Laren since he shot you in the head and stole the ship?
Oh, that's right.
And you see him beaten up, arm dislocated, arm broken and bent in an unnatural way, and he's got a hole in one of his shoes.
Oh man.
Now, Mr.
He comes up.
I have lots of money, and I will make you a deal of a lifetime. I am begging you, sir.
Toonpo knows where what his most special asset is, and just quietly, without a word, walks up and plants a boot right in his groin.
And he just goes, oh, and passes out.
And he goes, fuck with that now, and then walks away.
Now, Mr. Starr,
Now-
if you do need him to be mobile, we can take him quickly over to the sick bay and do a quick little patch up so you can present him.
Ma'am, it's quite all right. As long as you have a stem pack, that should keep him breathing for a while.
Oh, sure. Hold on. Let me go get one. I know where they are in the bathroom.
Yeah, Valerie leaves. Now, Mr. Starr, you have this reputation for beating the shit out of your captives, and you see an entire crew of people who just came in and gang beat, like prison style. How does that make you feel around these people?
Well, I feel fine because the problem is Laren's a piece of shit. I know all of his crimes. Trade Federation told me to capture him for the crimes that he committed against them, but I know all the stuff he's done. I have no remorse. So I feel pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty
but
good around him.
normally you're an outcast, right? Because of your treatment of prisoners?
Yeah, and because the private investigation division is kind of where cops who failed or did bad things got thrown into since they're still useful, so...
And here you're with the military fleet, and they apparently exercise the same interrogation techniques, we'll call them.
Yep, I have no issue with it, but of course, since I've been working alone for a while, I'm gonna be kind of hesitant.
And holy shit, what is that?
Yes.
Following Toon-Po up the ramp is this giant, huge, furry ape.
I'm gonna kind of back up as my hand goes instinctively for a blaster. Your pet is not on a leash.
I just kind of put my hand in my palm, my hand, and just, oh god, not again.
Do you actually say that? Okay,
Yeah, I say that.
Edos, what you hear is...
Who's I'm gonna look at Valeria since I guess she's still there.
Yeah, Valeria goes up to Krakaza and says, "Did you know Laren hit Valerie?"
Did he now?
Yes. And she kind of steps out of your way.
Ma'am, I
And
don't
this
need.
is where Mick goes, okay, no, Krakaza, calm down. Calm down. All right, buddy? The man's been through enough, and this guy's got to get paid, and he did, after all, bring us the fleet.
This time, though, by this time, Valerie should be back with the med pack.
Actually, all the
Oh, hi,
stimpaks are
Krakaza.
gone.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, apparently they were used to patch Krakaza up when he was in the Bacta tank.
Okay. Oh, that's where I was there. So, all right, well. So she'll come out with at least whatever she can find that is some kind of painkiller or something
Yeah,
that might
there's definitely like mega ibuprofen and stuff like that. You just got to make him take it.
All right. So she... Now here, where is he at? Is he on the floor or is he sitting in a chair?
He's on the floor, passed out.
All right, so she'll get some water.
He's also peed himself.
Feel better.
By the looks of it.
Well, that happens sometimes.
I look at Mick and I point out the stain and I say, honestly, he's. I don't need to do anything.
Oh, she'll mention to Mr. Edos. Mr. Edos, this is Lieutenant Krakaza. He's part of the crew.
Lieutenant, like he's in charge.
For his division, yes.
And that's when you see above him, towering above him, at least three more feet, is a Laren. You know this species. They speak telepathically. They're a bunch of hippies, but you've used them before to find information out from people.
Can I roll an underworld to see if I know Mick and Typhoon?
Oh, you know Mick and Typhoon. In fact, Mick hasn't acknowledged your presence, but Typhoon and Mick know you as well.
Well, boys, I didn't think I'd see you.
Typhoon walks in and goes, "Yeah, but, and leans in. Now we have friends."
Friends only get you so far, Typhoon.
Mick goes, "Oh, come on, Officer Star. Clearly, we've been conscripted into this army. You know, we have obligations and stuff, and fucking with us means fucking with these guys. And if you think this one's bad," he's pointing to the Wookiee, "wait for the last one."
You boys are gonna fuck up someday.
And then you hear, "What the fuck has happened to this ship?" And a bald man who's got a bald cap in his hand and this huge beard comes walking up smoking a cigar. And he just looks at everybody on board and he's like, "Who the fuck? What? I don't even know. You know what? I'm just gonna find myself. Where's engineering?" You notice the accent, Mr. Star.
Who is this that's yelling?
Jebediah.
Oh, okay.
I noticed the accent from kind of like it sounds like the same my homeworld.
Right. You do have your own homeworld language too.
Yeah.
Of course, to the rest of the crew, it probably sounds like no. I call it I call it NASCAR talk. But you know, your homeworld has their own language.
All right, I'll look at him and go, "You said you're looking for engineering?"
Don't you worry your fancy pants about it, Mr. Whatever the fuck you are. Nice skirt. Listen, I know where it is.
You better get on then.
Will do. And he's like, he starts walking backwards and he goes, grace of morning, fall of night. And that is actually something that is said often on your homeworld.
I'm gonna try to put that in the brain bucket. And I'm gonna look around. Y'all have a pilot?
Yes.
That'll be me.
Oh, that's right. I was
All right,
thinking
well-
to Valeria.
There's a cockpit. Let's get going. I need to get paid.
All right, he's set up. I'll be back. I'm going to my room for a few minutes. I'm sure everything's still in there.
Yeah.
So she's going to go to the back.
When you go to the back, it looks like it's been searched hastily. And there's a couple dead droids in here.
Ew. And she'll throw those out to the hallway.
They're a little
Things
heavy.
doing
You're
here.
going to need some help. She's like, ew, acting like they're just... You might need some help.
So pick up piece by piece if they're broken.
Yeah, you hear ew coming from the back, Mr. Star. And it was the first room. When you bolted out of the room and you heard the gunfire, you looked over and you blasted those two droids and then turned them on the droids that were hiding from the
Technicians.
other ones. And then the door, you remember that you had... Do you remember the droids that you had?
I had 3 droids and a droideka, and then I also had a
that
probe
one's
droid
in
that
engineering,
I haven't
right?
used. Yeah. And I didn't blast it.
No, you wouldn't be able to. Droidekas have shielding.
Yep. I'm gonna start running. Yo, Baldy!
He stops. What the fuck did you call me?
I'm gonna grab him, pull him away from the door.
What?
There's a droideka in there, and its shields are still up.
I have no idea what the fuck you're saying.
It's a Trade Federation droid, has its own shield generator. Bad business.
Krakaza, from your military training, you remember hearing about these guys. They were used
Jeb?
during the Clone Wars. Yep.
Do we have an armory in the new room?
Well, I mean, there's a small ship armory, but we could go check
Go get
it.
an EMP. Or some sort of iron grenade. We're going to have to take that thing down very quickly.
Yes, sir. And he leaves to go into the armory. It's just the 4 of you on the ship, staring at the engineering door.
So why the fuck is there a droideka in the engineering room?
Listen, I work with Trade Federation. They want to give me some droids. I use the droids. They wanted to shoot everybody, so I shot them. But this one kind of slipped past me. I could try to go in there, but I have no idea if it's going to shoot me. And I'm this close to getting paid. I ain't going to take the risk.
Well, I can't just open the door. So I think if we just lock it and wait for your employers to shut it down, we should be fine.
You know
I want
what?
Jeb to get the iron grenade anyway.
I'm going to communicate with Trade Federation.
All right, yeah, they're like, yes, Mr. Starr, where is my package?
It's on the way, but your droideka went a little crazy. I need it turned off.
Fine. And if you don't hurry up, you are fired. And then they cut comms. You know what? I'm actually going to spend a dark side point to give you a light side point for that. That was pretty clever. No penalties. I'm not doing anything with it. That was just a good idea.
Okay. And now I'm going to step by the door and be like, you don't want to step back. Trade Federation. And I'm going to hit the button to open the door.
Yeah, you hit the button, and there it is in its wheel, propped up against the wall. It's folded itself up, and it is disabled.
It's a big ball.
Crisis averted, everybody. You can thank me later.
Can we chuck it at the airlock?
No, because they can take that out of my paycheck. So I'm
Yeah, and
going
I'm
to
pretty
grab
sure
it and
they
kind of roll
cost,
it.
I don't know, 7,500 credits.
I'm just going to kind of roll it out. Don't mind
As
me.
you say that they could take it out of your paycheck, you look at the 3 battle droids that you blasted.
Can we shoot those out out to outer space? Don't worry about those things.
Oh, by all means, there's 2 in my room.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I apologize. I'll get those.
That's okay.
I walk over and I basically just kind of throw them over my shoulder and start going towards the airlock.
Thanks for
Yeah.
crossing.
But you're in the hangar, so if you open the airlock, you're just throwing them on the hangar.
Well,
It's
just
like,
setting them down, waiting.
Yeah, that's not a problem. You go into the cargo
I'm just
bay.
gathering them up. That's
Go
all
into the
I'm
cargo
doing
bay,
right now.
put them on the ramp. And Toon Po's just waiting for orders.
Yep, head to the cockpit and get ready to take off. But I know better than to just blast off without permissions from the other 7 times that's happened.
One more thing that Valerie wants to do is she wants to contact her assistant, one of the scientists, and say, listen, I have to go and deal with the Trade Federation. So while I'm here, you're going to be in charge. And if you can start transferring people and our equipment,
Already done,
please,
Valerie.
over to... Oh, great.
Soren's been given...
Even better.
Soren gave an executive order, and they're already working on it.
Oh,
Apparently,
wonderful.
they were actually concerned about the fact that there wouldn't be enough manpower to run the ship. And it has weapons, so we should be relatively protected.
Oh, that's even better. All right, wonderful. Well, thank you, and I'll see you when we come back.
I hope
Hopefully.
you do. Take it easy.
I will, you too. She clicks off, looking for something to wear to meet the Trade Federation.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you've got a few outfits here, but you
Jeez,
also know
that's
that...
what's,
You probably know that their culture's more formal, like business formal, and not so
That's
sexy,
what she's-
slutty. Yeah.
that's what, no, she
So
doesn't have. It's all
Valeria doesn't
work.
have that option. Everything is sexy, slutty. So
I'm going to walk
Well,
by as I.
is she staying here, or is she going to be with
she's
Zoran?
gonna be with Zoran. They've had much to talk about.
The ship will be in good hands with Tun Po.
You know, by the way, Valerie, that the way that they were talking, she just admitted that she's not in love with him anymore, and that she's already buried him, and she's already buried
Is she
that
still-
part of her life.
She's still on the ship, or is she like leaving the ship?
Oh, she's gonna leave the ship as soon as you guys are ready to take off. She'll leave.
Okay. I'm gonna, as I pass her, I'll be like, "Ma'am," and just walk by to Tun Po to the.
She
Cockpit.
makes sure that her hips are extra, like, sauntering as she walks by. And she's like, gentlemen. And she kind of peeks back to see if you're looking at her ass.
He is.
She winks and then walks off the ship.
I think I could like this place.
Yeah,
He's
but
gonna
you
head
better
over to
watch
the-
out. Last I heard, the last man she fell in love with, she stole a ship. And the guy just kind of does this and walks away.
All I got is my duster in this hat, so hopefully she don't steal
Oh,
that.
is that what it is? I thought it was a dress.
Hey, Baldy, ain't you supposed to be somewhere fixing something?
Can't fix what ain't broke. And that's when you remember something is broke.
Well, last time I checked, the escape pod is kind of broken, and I don't know, maybe you should do a full diagnostic or whatever you
doing
hillbillies do.
You shit. He stops. He's like, what did you call me?
Hillbilly.
Listen, you ticket token binder pushing son of a bitch. No one talks to me like that.
Well, as much as fun as I love to play in the mud like
You know
your
what?
kind
That's
do.
it. And he puts a cigar in his mouth. He goes, we're going to settle this the manly way. And he goes over to a table and he's like, arm wrestling.
I hope you don't mind losing.
Bullshit. So
I'm
Gurkaza,
gonna get.
they're getting ready to arm wrestle. And you're in charge of the mission. And no one's getting ready to go to the Trade Federation. Valerie's getting dressed. Toon Po's in the cockpit waiting for orders. This is when it dawns on you.
And Valeria's-
in charge.
Info hits the comm across the entire ship and just kind of pipes in. So, we doing this thing?
I respond back, yeah, we're leaving. And I just look at Edos and Jeb just like, now.
They're both just going... And he's like, I like the way you handled that droid situation. Didn't have to get our hands dirty. And he like switches the cigar to the other side of the mouth. I could patch that blister up for you.
Oh, well, that'd be much obliged.
Yeah, as long as you had the goddamn fabric and didn't lose it.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Is it right there? And
Oh my
by
God.
the way, roll a brawn for me versus 2 purple.
Okay.
All right, Grakaza, you can give the liftoff commands.
All right, go ahead, Tumpo. Let's get out of here.
Would that be a
not
brawl
gonna-
or just brawn?
Brawn. You're not punching him. You're just a test of
Yeah,
strength.
right in the face. How do I roll
Maybe
brawn
in
then?
athletics. Oh, I was just gonna have you manually do it, but how about in athletics? That makes a little sense.
Okay.
I mean,
And
that's
2 purple?
brawn based anyway. Yep.
All right.
Yes. I think as this happens and you slam his arm down against the table, his sleeve rolls up, and then that's when you see a tattoo. And it's a tattoo that every male is given on your planet if they're the firstborn son. And the reason why that means a lot to you is because your planet isn't exactly the way it used to be. It's been seized. Has been seized for generations. There's a great exodus of people who left. Happened when you were a young boy. Anyway, go ahead,
I'll look.
Grakaza.
Oh, yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on to that, Edos. Go ahead, Grakaza.
Yep.
If you boys are done, are you ready to leave?
Yes, sir.
Good. I hit the comms. Poe, we're ready to leave whenever you are.
And I lurch forward because he's been ready. And the ship just takes off without another.
Yeah, no incident or anything like that. Ship just blasts out of the hangar, starts heading for the Trade Federation. Valerie, while you're in the room getting dressed, you hear "Ba-dee-doot. Ba-dee-doot."
We're looking around.
It appears to come from a communications device that was set on the table, next to an empty bottle of alcohol.
All right, I pick it up and kind of look at it.
It doesn't look like any communications device you've seen, but it's got a speaker and a mic. I mean, basically, you know what it is.
All right, she puts it down and then hits one of the buttons that looks like it might answer it. And,
Yeah, it's almost on
Hello?
speakerphone. Hey, is Laren with you?
yes, he is. Who's this?
Oh, well, just tell him a buddy of his has a message. Edos Star's after him. If he wants a way out, we got a way out for him.
Really? Where would that be? Because we're really scared and we're afraid that guy might come and hurt us.
It's more in the sign of information.
Well, what's the info? I can tell him as soon as he comes out of the refresher.
Turns out Mr. Star has a dark side. Mr. Star, what was it in your past, Ethan, that Edos is trying to hide?
As I was working law enforcement guilds and as a detective, I took a few bribes and I kind of killed a few people that didn't need killing because I was getting paid to do it. So once
Hired
some of that,
assassin?
yeah, kind of like for corrupt. I was a corrupt police officer is pretty much what happened, and they got me on lesser charges, which bumped me down to the PI. But if they found out the rest, I'd probably
Use
be
your
lynched.
license.
So yeah.
Yeah, and then they kind of They basically just say, you know, he's definitely got some dirt on him, but let him know the Trade Federation knows too. And there's a 75,000 reward.
I'll let him know as soon as he comes out. Thanks for the info.
Oh, you're welcome. You sound really hot. Are you one of his new honeys?
Yes.
Ah, that Laren. Well, if you're looking for some fun time for seconds, let me know. And then he cuts comms.
Oh. She just kind of goes, ugh.
Tunpo, it's hard to fly out towards the Trade Federation. There's a lot of debris. But I think mostly what really sits with you is all the bodies floating in space. And as you fly through the thicker part of debris, you definitely see stormtroopers and rebel commandos. And you see something if you roll me a perception against 3 purple. And we're going to go to the rolling table. Because I didn't do that for the arm wrestling match, but Ethan won it. By the way, while he's rolling, because we are going to cut to Tunpo for a bit, Edos, you wanted to say something to Jeb?
As I see his tattoo, I'll kind of look at him and then show him mine.
He looks shocked. Where the fuck did you get that?
Back home.
Back home? I don't know where I got it. I had it all my life. My parents told me it was just something to do with my family.
Well, we get the chance. Maybe I'll show you what should be your home.
He kind of looks confused. He's like, all right. You may beat me in arm wrestling this time, you fancy pants son of a bitch. But we ain't friends. Now give me your coat and I'll go fix it.
You gonna take it off? Didn't know that you'd be a good tailor, but toss them. Make sure you get that fixed.
He grabs it and then narrows his eyes and goes, well, then you know nothing about mechanics, because when you patch up an airlock system, you gotta be able to sew rubber. And then he inhales it. You know, real skills.
Grease monkey.
And he kind of puts his mouth, puts back in. He goes, "All right, pig. See you at the roast." Turns around and walks away.
Damn hillbillies.
Valerie's going to open.
Badge. Go ahead, Valerie.
Valerie wants to open her door, and she's going to, Mr. Edos, could you come over here for a moment, please? I have to ask you something.
All right, and then we're going to cut back to Tunpo. Tunpo, need you roll perception against 3 purple. Because I imagine.
Am I still running that?
Huh?
Am I still running with that blue?
Sure.
From Valerian?
Yeah,
the boost.
Absolutely. Grakaza, are you in the cockpit now?
Yeah, I'm probably at the cockpit.
Triumph.
Whew.
You see it and you go, "What's that?" And you point, and Grakaza sees it, and there's this big gray stormtrooper. And as you guys are flying past it, it turns its head towards you, and jetpacks turn on, and it starts following the ship.
Tumpo immediately hits the comm, and he's kind of panicky, says, "We've got company."
Yeah, so Edos, as you're walking back towards Valerie, you hear, "We got company."
Uh-oh. 2 problems now.
Doctor, this'll have to wait.
Hold on. No, this may not have to wait. I know. Real quick. And she grabs him and pulls him into the room.
Ma'am,
Listen.
I mean,
No.
met.
I know. No. Listen. Mr. Laren out there, his friends just called right now, wanting to tell him that there's a way that they have to save him by some information about you that the Trade Federation knows. Listen, I know we all have things in our past we're not always proud about. We're proud that have happened, and we like to keep quiet. This is something to do with something about, I assume, when you were some sort of policeman, and about.
Valerie remembers the number 75,000 because that might.
Yeah, I mean, there's a $75,000 credit bounty on your head, and the Trade Federation knows this, and you know how they must speak with money. So we've got two problems. Apparently whatever is now following us, and once we get over there, they may want to cash in. And I didn't want to say this in front of old bloody nose over there.
Listen, let's deal with this first. I thank you for what you're doing, but
Oh, you're welcome.
I can take care of myself, ma'am, and I'm just trying to pay it off towards the Trade Federation so they don't kill me.
Well, if you need any help, let us know. You brought back our ship. We're grateful.
Ma'am, the last people that helped me, I lost my wife and daughter. They left me, so I don't need anybody else getting hurt.
Oh, please, if you've known what we've been up against, so far this seems easy. Anyway, let's go take care of whatever's following us.
Rakaza,
Yes, ma'am.
you want to run to a turret?
Oh, you know I do.
Oh, shucks. I forgot. The turret's been obliterated. That's where O'Brien died. Or not O'Brien. I'm sorry, not O'Brien.
The Vulture droid.
That's where,
Oh,
that's where Grodd had the turret blow up.
Are there any working weapons on this goddamn ship?
There's one turret on the bottom. But it's not designed for you. You're a little too big for it. So you could do it, but you would take a step back. But is your gunnery pretty high?
Let me check, actually. No. I mean,
So Edos...
I got
I
one yellow.
think the setback would kind of be a washout.
I got one yellow in that, so...
Yes,
Well,
so Edos runs out of the
yeah.
room with Valerie, and you guys kind of come in a cross-section.
It's like, can you fit down there and gun?
Do a lot better than you.
Fuck you. And I just walk back to the...
Actually, it's... And Edos is like...
Edos is gonna do this. Ma'am, could you hold this? And hand his hat.
oh, sure.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
And then
Sure.
he's gonna go down.
Typhoon's like... It's an interesting dynamic, your vocalization. No one can understand what you say, but they usually know precisely what you mean.
It's a goddamn mystery to me, Typhoon.
Interesting. So yeah, Edos, you grab onto the weapon, and you hear, wait, hang on. All right,
Hillbilly, you fixed my coat?
I'm working on the goddamn guns. I can only do two things at once: smoke and work. And then the lights cut out. And the lights cut on. He's like, God damn, something's wrong with the electrical. Try it now. So Edos, yep, everything's moving just fine. And that's when you see it. This Dark Trooper is starting to fly behind your ship, but it's keeping its distance. It's just watching.
Hey, there's some funny looking spaceman outside.
You say to the walking rug and the 12-foot alien with back-jointed legs and the bleeding guy pissing his pants on the floor. Some funny-looking spaceman.
What does it look like?
I'm going to try to describe it as some black-armored, jetpack-wearing, scary-looking motherfucker.
Yeah, you saw
Does
it.
that sound familiar?
Can I do... Hold on.
Is this ship small enough that I can hear them yelling around back there?
Yes, definitely.
Can I click on and tell them exactly what I saw? Do I
Yes.
know that it's a Dark
You
Trooper?
don't.
I don't know that
At
it's a
this
Dark Trooper.
point in time, the Dark Trooper program has been relatively quiet. But Rakaza can roll because he happened to know a guy.
Okay. Would mechanics be appropriate?
No. This would be a knowledge of some sort.
Okay.
Like knowledge warfare.
Oh, so... Yeah, knowledge warfare for
Or
sure.
knowledge lore.
Yeah.
You could roll that too.
I'll go
if you have it.
Knowledge warfare. I have a point in it.
Rolling
So I'll do
knowledge
that.
warfare with 3 purple, 'cause it's going to be pretty hard.
Here we go.
You
That's what I'm
succeed.
talking about.
You realize it's a dark trooper. It needs to be dealt with.
Oh, it's a dark trooper. All right. I hope you're an accurate shot.
I'm sure I called it one
Mick-
of those
Mick
big
shouts.
stormtroopers.
Mick shouts down the tube. He says he hopes you're a good shot. Take it out.
I'm not too bad, and I'm going to shoot
3
at it. How
purple.
far is it?
Oh, that doesn't
3
matter.
purple.
It's no. I'm sorry. 2 purple with setback because of its size.
Okay, because it's a small target that I'm shooting at. Relatively small.
Oh,
upgrade!
upgrade your system. Just mark an upgrade on the right side.
Yep, I did. And I'm going to do this. Upgrade on my side.
Ethan, no one likes a copycat.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes!
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. So the Dark Trooper's like acquiring target, and then pew, and you just kind
You
of
just gone?
yeah, a ship's weapon against a Dark Trooper, and the Dark Trooper is gonna be torn apart in space. So,
Well, and he's going to climb up from the turret after shooting it. Get the hat from Valerie.
She has it on her head. I wanted
Thank
to see what it looked like. It's
Anytime,
nice.
ma'am. Anytime.
What
Well-
was that thing?
Jebediah's like, I liked it.
What was that thing that was floating around out there? Where did that come
That-
from?
That was a dark trooper, and that was probably stowed away on the Super Star Destroyer.
Oh.
You don't want to know what a dark trooper can do, but fortunately we have a gunslinger on board apparently.
You sure there was just one? He yells back.
Oh,
I don't know. You're the
I
one who
run,
said it.
I'm gonna go run a systems check, and then
You mean
no,
like
I'm
a
sorry, I'm gonna run a
scanner?
scan. Yeah,
Well,
sorry.
the
Ew, what if
scans
they
are
were
off
like
the
the
chart.
Sith?
Apparently, there are a ton of metal fragments out there that makes it impossible to determine one or the other.
This was a bad idea.
Tuco, you've got a red flashing on your console right in front of you. You've been grabbed by a tractor beam. And the Trade Federation
great.
ships are starting to guide you in.
Folks, we are coming in for a landing.
Folks,
Comms over to everyone.
the weather in the battleship is 72 degrees. Yeah, so he's like, we got a landing coming.
I suggest you cut off that prisoner and get him ready to transport out.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I'll take care of him. Hey, Hillbilly, you got my coat?
No, here, take your dress back. No, I have not fixed it yet. I haven't even
Of
had the
course you
time.
haven't. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Always
I have a
excuses with you.
question. I
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
question. No, this is to James.
Mhm.
What are the chances of finding maybe some like a duster or a long coat or something that belongs to a man that might be in, from the previous owners of the maybe not looks exactly the same, but it's a long coat and
Okay,
maybe
why
something
don't
you
you
might like.
spend a light side?
Okay, so let's see. That's. Do I hit use light? I hit use light side, right?
Yep.
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 Okay.
Yeah, you seem to
And
remember
then-
something off the top of your head. And you run into
Okay.
Grodd's room, which is full of bottles, and hanging up on the wall, there is a leather duster.
Mr. Edos, would this do while your other is being fixed? How does it look?
And it actually, the funny thing is given Grodd's personality, it's kind of the same thing. It's like an old, beaten, trusty, dusty duster.
Okay.
Well, until this Hillbilly can get his job done and stop making excuses, he's going to toss it back to
I'm going to
Jebediah.
throw this out there. And as you put it on, you realize that there are pockets for flasks, bottles, and other accessories to hide, including sabacc card pockets on the sleeves.
Is this like a smuggler's coat?
Oh, yeah.
Duster or whatever?
He used it to cheat and carry his alcohol. It is a smuggler's duster. And now it no longer belongs to Grodd.
Thank you, Grodd. Yeah, Edos is going to be like, thank you, ma'am. This will do very nicely.
You might as well keep it. I don't think anyone
really
else
well.
is going to use it.
Well, if I want
And
it.
don't you worry about Laren. I'm going to grab him and drag him over to the, I guess the lift is what they have.
The cargo? Like the
Yeah, the cargo hold.
ramp? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Toonpo, is there anything you want to try to do to get out of this tractor beam, or are you just going to let it happen?
Well, that's our destination, right?
Yep.
No, I'm gonna let them. I'm not gonna try to wiggle around. I'll let them pull us in.
Yeah, and you guys get pulled in, no problem. And you're brought up, so the battleships are shaped like kind of like a horseshoe with the ball in the middle at the bottom, and the hangar is on the sides. So you're allowed into the hangar. And as the doors open, a small battalion of battle droids and a small battalion of super battle droids march up and just stop. And they're staring at the ship.
Mr. Pilot, could you just lower the ramp? I'll deal with this.
Sure thing.
Wait, you're going alone?
Last time I checked, I went to get this. I'm getting paid. I'll let them know about y'all.
I'd rather you not. Isn't this your stop?
I drop him off. I get 7,500 credits.
Right. Isn't this where you were before? On
Yes.
this ship? Alright, well, here you go. Sorry I couldn't fix your coat in time. Have a good life. Don't spend the chips all in one place.
Damn hillbillies can't do nothing right.
So, as you start heading towards the ramp, Mick's like, goodbye. We'll miss you. Typhoon's like, actually, Mick, I wasn't really going to... It's a joke, Typhoon. Have a good one.
Typhoon. Typhoon, all I gotta say is, you'd be a lot better by yourself, because he's gonna get you killed.
Oh, I am well aware.
Be seeing you.
So,
And
the
I am
cargo
going-
compartment goes... And as it hits the bottom, you see the Demodians like walking up, and behind him are the Epsilon Stars, a group of bounty hunters that go after ex-lawmen, and they are armed to the teeth. And he's pointing accusingly at the ship.
I'm gonna kick Laren out, and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. This ain't part of the deal.
Ah, I do believe it is part of the deal. He turns to the Epsilon Stars. I believe we planned to bring Edos Star out of hiding, promise him good bounty, and when profitable, we get Edos Star.
I'm going to put my foot on the back of Laren's neck. You try anything and I kill him right here.
We don't want Laren. We want what he's carrying.
And he's gonna pull the thing and his blaster. You mean this?
No. Don't be hasty. We can make deal.
You get those boys off this ship and out of here. And I may not shoot this.
We're not going anywhere, they say as they kneel down. As soon as the chip is delivered and you're paid, you're fair game. The crew on the Star's End can hear this.
Edos is going to kind of back up towards the ramp. Now, gentlemen. What I did was fairly legal, from the powers that be.
We determine what's legal. We are the law.
No, you ain't. And he's gonna get back onto the ramp.
So as you're slowly getting back on the ramp, they're like, who do you think you... And you just hear an explosion as the Epsilon guys go flying up into the air. The Nomodian lands on the ground, severed in half, and the battle droids are shocked and don't know what to do. And you hear out of a small PA from the gunnery turret, "Get your pansy ass back on this ship right now!"
Is there a button that I can hit to raise the ramp?
Yeah. It's
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna hit it.
I don't think we're going to have any negotiations with them today, Grokaza.
No, we're not.
I'm leaving.
What just happened?
I'm leaving them out on the
Poe.
Trade Federation thing.
Poe, get us out of here.
Anything.
Jebediah comes up the ladder and snatches your your duster out of your hands and goes, "No one says I never finish a job and thinks they can leave with it." And takes it and starts heading towards engineering. And you guys can't go anywhere. It appears you're held in place by a tractor beam.
And this is where Edos is gonna run towards Dr. F. Chewie and give her the card. This has all their programming. You use this, we get out of here.
Oh, good. So Valerie goes over to one of the computers.
And one of the computers being the computer station, which is a highly modified computer station that's got several computers built into it. It's like a server data bank.
She's been using this while they've been on there. And puts it in to read it and see if she can find something in regards to tractor beams.
You recognize something. The coding matrix that this is made from is designed to be the exact... It actually looks like an exact replica of the virus that affected the Destiny Horizon. And knowing as much as you do about computers, it appears that it was the Trade Federation that infected the ship.
Ugh. These people. Well, can I attempt to turn off said tractor beam?
No. That just controls the droids.
Okay.
And the train.
No.
They got a really efficient in-hangar transit system.
Yes. Very loud, too. But...
So... Okay, go on.
That controls the droids.
Ah, okay. Can I program the droids to fire onto the tractor beam?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I help Valerie?
I
in
need
this
you to
situation?
roll. Are you good with computers?
Yeah, I got 2 ranks in computers.
Okay. Valerie, I want you to roll a computers
Yes.
against a check of 3 purple. But
Okay.
you get a boost die because you have the card, and you get another boost die because Grakaz is helping you.
Okay. So let me go to computers. And let's see. Make sure I've got all the right ones here. Do I have any, I don't have anything left from the last time. All right, good. Okay. Computers.
In the meantime, is the ship like
That's
shuddering
it?
as he's trying to like maneuver in any sort of way?
No, you could turn on the engine and just blast backwards, but... So you
All
have
right, I got
advantage.
that. With all that.
They
Yeah.
don't attack the tractor beam. Instead, all the droids start turning on the ship. They're blowing everything
On
up.
our
They're
ship?
shooting. No, they're shooting. You hit her.
Oh,
you,
their ship.
you hit a wrong syntax. So now they're firing on
Okay.
each other, and a group of super super battle droids
Battle droid.
and droidekas start heading for the bridge.
Grakaza, you want to see if you can give this a try, and maybe we can get them to fire on the. Or wait a minute.
So
is
why
everyone
did
scattered?
Jebediah stop shooting?
What was that?
So while everyone is shooting, while the droids are shooting at everybody, I'm assuming the Trade Federation and the bounty hunters are fleeing or scattering?
Oh, they're dead. There was only a group
they're
of 5,
dead.
There was only a group of 5 bounty hunters and 1 Nemodian here on the deck, and they were blown up by a anti-vehicle weapon.
You think there might be controls for the... Oh, go ahead.
No, the controls for the tractor beam are on the bridge.
Oh, all right.
But the bridge is being assaulted currently. And the Nemodians are trying to do their best to defend themselves, but since they rely on the droids in security, even the droids on the bridge were like, pew, 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 and started gunning Nemodians down.
Yee.
Val, so wait, that last group of droids was heading towards the bridge, right?
Yeah.
I have an idea. I point towards Eos. Eos, can you get comms up with the bridge?
I can try, but I don't think they like me much right now.
Try it anyway. I have an idea.
This is Investigator Star calling the bridge.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Oh, they already got to them. Okay, never mind.
Is
Let me just try.
Still on?
Yeah, let me try getting at these droids.
Oh, all right.
So I go up to the console and I want to try and at least.
It looks like she deleted part of the code, so you're gonna have to reconstruct it, which means 2 purple, 1 red.
Oh God!
Do you want me to help him? See if that helps.
No, because I think you're already stumped at this point. You're like, I don't know what it is. However, you do get 2 boost from Valerie's roll.
Oh, good.
Okay.
2 purple, 1 red, 2 boost.
I'm just gonna use that.
I can't wait for part 4.
Oh,
there we go.
God, man.
I hate you.
I hate you.
Yeah, actually, you program them, and all of a sudden the comms open, and there's like a droid sitting at the console, and it's like, tractor beam disabled. Roger, roger.
Good. Now once we're 50 meters outside the station, I want you to deactivate everything.
All right, sir.
And I mean deactivate it. I don't want this ship functioning.
Roger, roger.
I cut comms.
Yeah, Toon Po, you've got responsiveness in the ship.
Alright, I'm taking off.
Yeah, you take off, you blast out the hangar, and just like that classic scene at the end of A New Hope, that bum 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 bada bum bum as the fighters are, all of the battleships go.
all the Trade Federation ships are blowing up?
Yes, everything was deactivated as requested.
Ooh. So
I did say I didn't want anything salvageable.
Well, I don't think we'll be having any kind of negotiations with any of that.
That's not a way to make friends, Lieutenant.
Yeah, actually, Toon Po,
I ain't getting paid,
concerned.
God damn it.
You're really concerned because there's a lot of planets that rely on the stability of the Trade Federation's economy. Now, clearly you didn't blow up all the Trade Federation ships, just that small naval fleet. But the Trade Federation will not be very happy if they find out who did it.
Which, I hate to burst your bubble, but once we get back to your ships, we need to get out of here, because with all this wreckage, maybe they can blame it on them for destroying those. But we just fucked up real bad.
Yeah, we probably did.
Sounds like a good idea.
Jebediah's over there in the corner sewing, and he's like, yeah, well, we're used to fuck-ups. Fucking string, and then he takes a cigar, holds the string, and burns it. Shit. Goddamn woman's work.
Well, you're pretty good at it.
Shut up! You guys have no problem getting back to the Destiny Horizon.
So we come off
all over it.
Like, once we land and walk off, like, oh dear. Well, I'll go talk to Zoran.
Yeah, so
I look at Jeb and I say, oh, good.
No, that's right. Valerie starts.
I'm gonna look at.
You first, my friend. I was like,
You
go
first.
ahead,
No, you
but I'm
first.
going to cut off anyway. Azel's turn.
Okay, I look at Jim and like, we need to get these engines functional now.
He's like, sir, I hate to say it, but we might have to scuttle the Destiny Horizon. And that's where we're going
think it's
to
that bad?
leave for part 3 and come back for part 4. Thank you very much for joining us this episode. This part ran a little long, but that's okay. We're all having fun, and we're going to be reuniting for part 4 after this break. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.